The Atlanta Falcons have found their new head coach in Kevin Stefanski after he was fired by the Browns. He wasn't able to succeed with Shedeur Sanders, so will it be any different with Michael Penix? At least he's got a pretty decent running back. So today we're helping Kevin Stefanski rebuild the Atlanta Falcons, and this video doesn't end until he brings Stefanski and the Falcons their first ever Super Bowl. And it might actually be a little bit harder than what I thought, because I had no idea Penix had dropped all the way down to a 72 overall. He actually ended the year lower rated than Kirk Cousins. And can't forget, we don't even have a first round pick. Thanks a lot, James. But disregarding our concern about the quarterback position, the rest of his offense is actually not too shabby. Like, the offensive line, pretty good. Maybe a few players we can improve upon. Kyle Pitts, I'm surprised his overall is only 80. He had a fire ending to the season. They actually downgraded him in Madden to 80. I have to decide whether or not we re-sign him, though. It's interesting because he's all the way down to 80, but he's only 24 years old, even though he feels like he's been in the league for forever. So he maybe could still be our long-term option at tight end. I don't know. Maybe we draft his replacement. Obviously, goes without saying, we have Bijan Robinson. He's going to be our running back until the day we win the Super Bowl. And obviously, Drake London's here to stay. It's just like, I don't know about the rest of the wide receiver room. It's like, I just don't think Darnell Mooney's a good wide receiver 2 to have. And then moving on to defense is where we actually have more questions. It's a very young defense, though, with some really good young players. Like our 2 edge rushers, they should be here to stay. Got a really solid number 1 lockdown cornerback in AJ Terrell, although you can't see his eyeballs. Xavier Watts at strong safety 2. He's solid. We just desperately need help at defensive tackle and probably a couple other corners. But honestly, dude, Kevin Stefanski isn't inheriting an untalented team. I mean, the squad's coming in at 82 overall, 85 offense, 80 defense, but the reason the team is so low overall in comparison to some of the other teams in the NFL, just because the team's so young. Like, most of these guys are under 30. They're going to slowly but surely get better throughout the years. So I'm quite confident that we can turn this franchise around rather quickly. Now, just a quick side note, since I've been doing a lot of rebuilds on the channel recently, I want to run this one a little bit different so things don't get stale, so I'll explain what we're going to do in just a second. I will tease that we're leaving a lot of the tough decisions up to Kevin and Kevin alone this first off season, but I'll explain a little bit more later. But before we leave anything else up to him, we do need to make some tough decisions together, whether or not we re-sign some of these impending free agents. And I really think the main one's Kyle Pitts here. I mean, it does kind of make my decision a little bit easier since he is interested in coming back. We do have $60 million just sitting there. So since we can get him for relatively cheap, I will give him a nice 5-year offer, see what he says. And it looks like Kyle doesn't want to go anywhere. Now, absolutely going to let Ty Algier walk. We're not giving $10 million to somebody that just vultures touchdowns from Bijan. Don't feel like we need to give big money to Arnold here either, because like we had the 2 good young edge rushers, so I no reason to give him $10 million. Now, Caden Ellis, I do want to bring him back. I know he's 30 years old. Actually, I might be able to re-sign him a little bit cheaper later. Do you want to bring Ryan back? He's been a good center for us, 80 overall. He'll still be good for another couple seasons, so hopefully he'll accept this 2-year offer, which he doesn't. Come on, Ryan. Now, everybody else, I really could care less about. Another chance here to lock down Ryan. Oh, like, because you're an 80 overall center. Why are you giving me so many problems? So a little bit annoyed, but now we're going to sim past the Super Bowl to see if any of our players upgrade this season. First things first, did anybody call it quits before having to deal with Stefanski? Kirk Cousins did. That's interesting. With that being the case, hopefully Penix got a little bit of an upgrade. Oh my God. That's pretty massive. All the way up to a 78 overall. Not too shabby, so I think I'm pretty comfortable with him being our starting quarterback moving forward. I mean, he's still only on, I guess, his 3rd year of his rookie contract. We got him cheap, at least for the next 2 seasons, and could have him for another year if we accept his 5th-year option, which we probably will. But outside of Penix, we have Kyle Pitts all the way up to a superstar. Now is an 83 overall, so I'm pretty happy I locked him down when we did, because I got him for pretty cheap. If I waited until now, probably would have asked for double the money. So super happy with that first decision that we made. I told you guys I'm the right man for the GM job. Outside of that, to Bijan Robinson all the way up to a 98 rated, and Drake London after this season went all the way up to a 95 overall superstar X Factor. So again, dude, super excited to have him. Now the problem, unfortunately, is that we're about to have to give him a ton of money next offseason, but I should have the cash laying around to lock him in for hopefully a 5-year deal or so. So I'm telling you, dude, our team is going to be screwed if we don't lock him down, because who's Michael Penix going to throw to? Freaking Darnell Mooney? But defense, how do the young guys grow? Whoa. James Pierce, up to an 86 overall superstar. If you guys wonder why I'm not saying the overall at the top, because if you see the 5 at the bottom, that's just his temporary morale boost. So his real overall is 91 minus 5. Doing math here, Albert Einstein. So he's a real 86 overall. People ask me that in the comments, but that's why. He's a real 86, which means Jalen Walker over here is at 82. Jesse Bates, I believe he lost his X Factor, but he's still a solid 95 rated. And AJ Terrell, I think, lost his superstar, which is he's not 30 yet, is he? He's 27, so he should still go up in overall the next 2 seasons or so. Oh, just realized too, Xavier Watts up to an 83, so he looks like he's going to be a stud. So many good young players in this team, and I'm telling you, give me just a couple seasons, we're going to get to cooking. Oh, God, talking about having to pay somebody $1 million. Got to accept Bijan's 5th-year option, so I think we have to pay him and Drake London in back-to-back season. Now, I do want to bring back Caden Ellis, but for some reason now he has 0 interest. Wouldn't mind giving him a 2-year deal, but I'm not going to cry if he decides to leave me, which he is. Screw you. And again, rest of these guys I could care less about. Not going to lose an ounce of sleep over a guy named Tegan Quatoriano. Let me tell you folks, we're going to do a little bit different in today's rebuild, because it gets a little repetitive. All the free agents typically seem to be the exact same. It's the same free agent classes every offseason and all these rebuilds. I don't want it to get boring. We're looking at the same free agents every single offseason, signing the same guys. So I'm actually going to let Kevin Stefanski be the one that handles free agency this year. I'm going to have it on auto just for this first offseason. And I'm interested to see who he ends up signing. So we have a lot of cap space. But again, I have no say whatsoever. I just don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to keep signing the same free agents. That will get boring. So we'll pick up free agency next offseason, if we make it the next offseason, with my rebuilding skills. We might win the Super Bowl next year. I'm still going to do the draft. It looks like we spent about $40 million in free agency, so we had to pick up somebody. So Kevin himself ended up signing Elandon Roberts, Cam Bright, Ryan Bates, who I assume will be our next starting center. Nobody too crazy. Calvin Austin on a really big contract. Jalen Watson, Tyquan Thornton. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he gave out some bad contracts, because Calvin Austin's like a 75 rated. Tyquan Thornton the same. We just gave $50 million over 6 years combined to 2 very, very mid wide receivers. I don't like that at all. And even Jalen Watson, we need another cornerback. I'm not as mad as his signing, but him too. Don't think he's that high rated. I don't even know if he's at 80. So we really gave out like $80 million worth of contracts to very, very mid players. Like in general, we spent a ton of money on nobody's even that good. So I don't like this at all. Better hope we have enough salary cap left over to re-sign Drake London next season. And not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not already, trying to create a rift between GM and head coach, but at the same time, as the GM, I might trade away some of these players that Kevin Stefanski just signed. Maybe this is why he got fired from Cleveland. But time to make up for that free agent haul travesty with a solid draft class here. But keep in mind, we don't have a first round pick, so I'm gonna have to cook in the mid to later rounds, and it really comes down to whether or not it's a good draft class or not. But most importantly, have got to hit on our second round pick here. First thing I see is the Vikings offer me pick number 67. Like, it just never escapes you. Definitely not gonna be trading down here. We're gonna make sure we hit on a beast. I think I might go cornerbacks. I think we found ourselves a pretty good one here. Ben Ryan, 6'2", good length out of North Dakota State. Not the fastest, most athletic in the world, but we're looking for is a good man corner. It comes in A man coverage, B zone coverage. So screw that athleticism. He's going to be a selection. He's a ball player. Might not be fast, but he's an Atlanta Falcon. Roger out here, still grinding in the second round. Hopefully about to deliver me some good news. Please tell me we didn't pick a bust with our first draft selection as GM of the Atlanta Falcons. And he's going to come in 33rd in true value. Got him at 46 and comes in with normal dev. That's a heartbreaker. That's a stinker. Guess what? We have to make up for that nonsense with a third round pick coming up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The more I sit here and search, I'm not even trolling you. This might be one of the worst draft classes I've seen in Madden 26. So I genuinely might make 1 or 2 more picks and then maybe just trade away the rest and use them next year. Like, literally the only player on the entire board that I'm interested in is Corbin Shepard here. 6'6", 339 guard out of Alabama. We really don't need offensive linemen that badly, but I'm just taking best available. He's the strongest. It's left on the board. 37 reps at the bench press. He is going to be a selection because he looks like a beast, dude. A awareness, A impact block. Everything else is B outside of pass block finesse. He is going to be the selection, and hopefully A beast. 25th in true value. As long as he has hidden dev, at least we got ourselves one stud this draft. I'll look one more round. I'll look in round 4, but if there's nobody too good, I'm just trading everything else away for next year. year. Honestly, might go back-to-back right guard because Tony Fowler is the only person left that has a pulse, I promise you. 39 reps of the bench press. I guess I was wrong. I think I saw he tied with 37 reps at the pro day. But anyways, he comes in, B awareness, A lead block, P pass block. His finesse sucks, but I think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be good as a guard we just drafted, but I think he's going to be okay. 64 in true value. Got him at 110. Good value pick. Normal dev, though. He'll be a good depth player. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Look at his number. I swear it's like the universe trying to tell us something. Like, you get to the 6th round, dude, and it's like not even worth trading the picks away because they literally just give you the same equivalent pick for the next year. This guy still on the board, projected to go 1st or 2nd round. He must suck. This tight end is kind of intriguing. I mean, he's not the fastest or athletic. He's really strong, though. I think he's going to be a really good run blocker, which we don't have, which I guess that'll be nice behind Kyle Pitts. He has A break tackle, A impact blocking, but his catching stuff sucks. His route running sucks. But at the end of the day, like at this point, you're just taking traits because everybody on the board is absolutely terrible. We take Tony, though. Hopefully, he's just a good value pick, and he's the 57th best player. He might be our best pick of the entire draft. I was just taking a shot on him. He doesn't even really look that good. Just thought he had good blocking, good break tackle. Tony, my guy. That kind of perked me up a little bit. Let's see if we can hit out another stud here in the 7th round. Very, very slim chance, though, because I'm telling you, this draft is so bad. I totally lied, guys. I just sat here for way too long looking at every single position. Nobody worth taking. Not one person. All these guys are going to be in the CFL in the next few years. So I guess I'll gladly take a 6th round pick for next year from the Seahawks. So not way too excited about that draft class, although I have to go see what their overalls are. Only 4 players, all over 72 rated. That cornerback, even though he had normal dev, he's 74 overall, so not horrible. That right guard could be a beast. The other right guard could be good depth. And then you had that tight end, Tony Beltran, probably going to beat Kyle Pitts' backup. You know what? Actually, since we need somebody to start at center for us, I think Corbin Shepard here is going to be our starting center here in 2026. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt his overall too much. Wait a minute, he actually went up. But here in the preseason, the team's up to an 86 overall, dude. This offense is at 89, defense in 83. But, dude, I'm excited. There is some depth signings that we do need to make, though. Like, we don't have a backup quarterback on the roster, so we need to find possibly the best one available. Ooh, Geno Smith could be a good mentor for Michael Penix. Anybody else a better fit? Nah, absolutely not. Geno Smith is going to be the signing. A pretty decent Kirk Cousins replacement to have backing up Michael Penix. We also need a running back depth. I was going to draft a running back, dude, but they all were horrible. Ooh, Nick Chubb in Atlanta. We're going to make sure for all the fantasy football freaks out there, he's not going to be a goal line vulture like Ty Algier is, but he'll be a good backup for Bijan. Need to sign one more. Dude, Brashard Smith, why is he a free agent? He's pretty good as a rookie for the Chiefs. That's a good signing here. And also, we probably do need a 3rd quarterback, if I'm being honest. Got to find somebody I feel like fits the vibe. Ooh, Russell Wilson. Let's give Michael Penix 2 mentors. Penix, Geno Smith, Russell Wilson in the same quarterback room. Poetry. Now, also, as mentioned, there's definitely a few players that I don't believe are fits on this roster that I'll probably go and try to trade away. We definitely need to get help at defensive tackle. There's no good D tackles in the draft, which is rare. That's how I knew it was a bad draft. No good late D tackles, and unfortunately, Kevin didn't sign one either. So that's definitely going to be the big focus next offseason, to sign in a good D tackle, and also a middle linebacker, which I guess is like a stopgap option. We could sign Daquan Jones if we don't end up acquiring a better D tackle in a trade. And you know what? Just because of the vibes, I would like to have Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates in the same safety room. I just think it'd be nice. And one last signing before we get too crazy. I want to see wide receiver room. Anybody I'm interested in here? Maybe Jahan Dotson. He's 26. We need a receiver for the move we're about to make. It won't be bad. Although that looks nothing like Jahan Dotson. Now, what I was alluding to, fellas, is I told you we're trading away both Calvin Austin and Tyquan Thornton. We got to get rid of those cap hits. We're not paying them $60 million combined, so it's not happening. Don't think I'll probably get too much in return, though, for him, but we'll see. Anybody else that I don't feel like is a fit? Okay, we have 5 billion cornerbacks we can get rid of. Probably get rid of Mike Hughes, so some of the younger guys can get some playing time. I got offered DeMarcus Lawrence, who I just have no interest in whatsoever. And I'm assuming not a single team out there is interested in any 3 of these guys. We're gonna have to do it the hard way. Whoa! That was unexpected. I did know the Seahawks were one of the few teams that offers a trade for this package, so I knew they had some bit of interest, but my God, we might be bringing in Byron Murphy. I wasn't wanting to trade away any draft picks, but my God, dude, that would be a huge addition to this roster. Remember, we had the extra 6th round pick. I don't know if that's going to even be close to enough. It's in the green, though. I don't want to trade away any picks for this year, so maybe get rid of a pick from way out in advance, like a 2029 third-round selection. And the trade was accepted. This literally happened so fast. Also notice that we're very, very thin at edge rusher, so why not sign Jadeveon Clowney? We need as many quality pass rushers as possible. I think I've signed him in the last 2 rebuilds. This will be the last, promise. I mean, he's just sitting there. I'm supposed to do Jadeveon Clowney. Makes you happy. You also bring in Yetur Gross-Matos on a 1-year deal. And I know we also don't have a strong safety behind Xavier Watts, so it doesn't look like there's any mentors out there. But you know what? I'm gonna bring in Jeremy Reeves. If you guys been watching the channel, you know the story. I had ping pong class with him in college, so that's the one and sole reason we're locking him down to a contract. And again, we just have way too many cornerbacks, so I might go ahead and try to get rid of Trey Hawkins. Wait a minute. What are we doing here in Atlanta? What is Kevin Stefanski's obsession with cornerbacks? You normally have an overload of cornerbacks on a roster preseason, but I think it's a little bit of an overkill. 17 of our 65 current players are cornerbacks. That's gotta change. I gotta find a team whose #1 need is cornerback. #2 need will do. They just gave me a 5th round pick for these 3 guys. That's fine with me. They're gonna get cut anyway. Wait, will the Packers give me another pick for another 3 cornerbacks? I mean, they said they need a corner. I don't think they'll give me a 4th rounder. Maybe we could do a little pick swap here. Little 6 pick for a 4th pick swap? Nah, I just decided to take a few late round picks off their hands. Dude, I'm literally farming the entire Packers draft class. Hold on a minute, let's give them 2 more for good measure. Got an extra 7th round pick, dude, let's go. Which, let's see if we can do one last thing here before we get into our first real season as GM of the Falcons and Kevin Stefanski's first real season as head coach. I want to see if I can compile all those late picks and bring in a half-decent receiver. I don't want to have to use all these picks next draft, so let's see if we can get rid of them right now. Bring in, I don't know, it's like a 77, 78 rated young receiver that's not getting playing time elsewhere. Oh, Luther Bird, let's just try that. Yep, okay, that's the best we could do. I just sat there for, again, way too long, offering for almost every good wide receiver that's in like the 75 to 80 range, and he's the only person whose trade was accepted for about, what, 6 late round draft picks? Although there's a really, really strange glitch going on right now where Malik Washington's not even showing up on my team. What in the world? I mean, it literally says right here, like, what's going on? I mean, he's here on the roster, so what, like, why is he not showing up in the depth chart? It literally takes me to cornerback. What is happening? I mean, regardless, he didn't show up here either. Like, this freaking game, billion-dollar company, by the way. He's like legitimately not showing up in the team. Malik Washington apparently is just not a member of our squad. Wait a second, I could just sign Dontavian Wicks instead. He's better. He's actually a scheme fit. So I just traded all those picks for Malik Washington for nothing. I mean, I guess I could sign both of them. Give me the option to sign him to the practice squad from here. That's strange. It's weird. This game is doing weird things right now. Brother, neither of those guys are showing up in the depth chart. What is actually going on right now? I mean, at least he's showing up here, I guess, but I want Malik Washington back. I mean, I'm simming the season. I'm pissed. We'll say 9-8 is a little disappointing. I definitely thought we were going to do better this year. We missed the playoffs by a single game. It's fine though. Give me a full offseason to cook. Give me a full offseason where I actually pick the free agents. I mean, we had the NFL's #5 offense, so it must have been the defense that sucks, which it was. Penix with a pretty good goddamn season. 4,000 yards, 39 touchdowns, 12 picks, so he's kind of cooking. It's just the amount of sacks he took's kind of crazy. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, I am telling you, when his contract is up, we're going to have to pay him $5 trillion. 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's 6.4 yards per carry, by the way. That's gotta be a record on that many amount of carries. And through the air, Drake London, talking about having to pay somebody $1 billion, 87 grabs, 1,400 yards, 20 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney, good season. Jahan Dotson, good season. Even Tony Beltran got in action. What I'm noticing is the 2 receivers that we acquired, they didn't get any playing time because they're not showing up on the depth chart. I mean, we started off the season fine outside the 3 points that we randomly put up against the Steelers. We were putting up 30-something points a game and just dropped 3. That's weird. And after that, oh my god, dude. We could have easily made the playoffs. Like, we were on pace to get a first-round bye. And just randomly, at the end of the season, dropped 6 games in a row. Let's go see how the team's progressing, though. Penix looks like, did he drop down in overall? No, he went up. He's up to 83 overall, 90 with his morale boost, so a good season from him. Bijan, of course, up to 99. Drake London up to 96. Pitts in 85. Hold on. There's just no way this guy's an X Factor. He was projected to be an undrafted player. He's a superstar X Factor as a backup tight end. I'm very, very confused, but very, very glad I got this guy. Even that guard that we drafted and converted to center, he's up to superstar, 80 overall. Definitely probably need to look at improving the offensive line this offseason since we gave up so many sacks this year. But at least their overall looks pretty good. Now moving on to defense, how we progress over here. We have James Pierce up to 87 overall. Jalen Walker up to 86. Watts up to 85. Jesse Bates still at 95. AJ Terrell up to a 90. Byron Murphy up to 85. I don't know why. I didn't even look at the defensive stats. It's 4:30 in the morning. My brain's not working. It looks like, I think Jalen Walker had a big season. 12.5 sacks. James Pierce, 9.5. So if we get these guys both to the point where they're getting double-digit sacks a season, I'm telling you that's when this team's going to take the next level. This Zach Harrison guy, he had 26 tackles in the season. 7 of those were sacks. Byron Murphy had 5.5. Unfortunately, it looks like that rookie cornerback that we had didn't do anything. He actually had 74 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, but did not get a pick. I mean, he actually got some playing time, at least up to a 78 rated, so maybe he could develop into a starter for us. What about yearly awards here? Trevor Lawrence wins MVP. We have Michael Penix coming 9th, so maybe he can end up sneaking in an MVP award by the end of this rebuild if his receivers will actually play for him. Surely Bijan won Player of the Year. No, it went to Drake London. How did Bijan with those numbers come in 5th? Still happy though, still happy Drake London won it, but what's Jalen Coker doing here in 2nd? Oh, we actually had Divine Diablo come in 10th of Defensive Player of the Year voting. That's strange. Oh, and I missed it too. What in the world? Jalen Walker came in 2nd? I didn't think his numbers were that impressive. But fellas, it is time to officially get into the offseason because I am so ready to start cooking. Hopefully it's a good free agent class. If not, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. If Bo Nix can do it, so can Penix. Okay, first thing I just noticed is we have $150 million to spend. No idea where that came from. Now, what I do want to see before we see anything else is any increases in depth trait. I totally thought Beltron was going to lose its X Factor because he only had 4 catches for 44 yards this season, but nope, he's still an X Factor. Everybody else, I think, hangs on to their depth traits. I don't think anybody else changed. How about on defense? We had, Jalen Walker became a superstar, as did Byron Murphy. So what a trade that was. We still probably need to sign one more good defensive tackle, maybe draft one, but again, I'm liking the trajectory of this defense. Had Diablo get a star, so up to an 86 overall, 89 offense, 84 defense with a ton of cap space to spend. We might be on a trajectory to really compete as early as next season. Wait, did we have anybody retire? Is that why we all of a sudden gained so much cap space? We had our kicker, Russell Wilson, Nick Chubb, Geno Smith all retired. Nobody too important. Oh god, dude, we have to renegotiate 25 contracts. No wonder we got all that money. Oh god, and Drake London, I forgot. I should have stopped at the midway point to try to re-sign him. Now it's do or die, and he for some reason has 0 interest, although he's been killing it here. So one way or another, you're gonna be a Falcon next year. If I have to franchise tag you, I'll franchise tag you. I'd rather not though. 5-year deal. God, he's asking for so much money. I'll do it though. He'll be worth it. Whatever, screw you. Get ready to learn franchise tag, buddy. Now, Jesse Bates, thankfully, is actually a good stand-up fella. He is interested in coming back. He loves Kevin Stefanski. I'm gonna give him just the base 4-year offer that he's asking for, although that's kind of crazy as a 30-year-old free safety. We got the money. We're bringing our defensive leader back. Ooh, some big 5th-year options we got to accept. Byron Murphy is one. Gonna accept that. Michael Penix gonna accept his. So, again, especially with Bijan's contract coming up, we're gonna have to dish out some big-time money the next few seasons. So, I gotta make sure I save some. For Matthew Bergeron, I wouldn't mind bringing him back. He's asking for $10 million a season. I mean, he's only 79 rated. I wouldn't be too upset if he doesn't accept, and he doesn't. That's fine. We'll find somebody better than you, Matthew. Oh god, Darnell Mooney here. He's only asking for 1 year, not too much. He's been fine as the 2, and he's coming back. He's an Atlanta legend. Clark Phillips, 80 overall cornerback. Again, we have a ton of cornerback depth. I mean, he's good for what it is and what he's asking for. He's 25 years old, so he'll slowly get better. I'll up the deal to a 4-year contract, which he's not going to accept, which is fine. See, like, I wouldn't mind bringing Wicks back. I just don't know if he's going to play for us. So I'm just not going to offer him. Ooh, Divine Diablo. I do want to bring him back. He's been good at Will middle linebacker for us. So let's give him a 3-year deal and hope he accepts, which he does. The rest of these guys could care less about. Only thing is I feel like I got cheated out of Malik Washington, so I honestly might try to bring him back after the season and see if he'll actually play for me. But with that said, fellas, we're going to ride into our first true free agency of the day where we actually can work with Kevin Stefanski as a team and hopefully sign some high quality free agents with this $78 million we have right here. Now the problem is it all comes down to the fate of Madden 26 franchise, whether or not it's a good free agent class or not. And there's a good boy right here, Zay Flowers, and we desperately need a number 2 receiver. This could actually be perfect. We have the money for it too. I'll just give him the base offer. He's interested. He wants to be here in Atlanta with Michael Penix. We're fighting off, oh god, the 2 Los Angeles teams. I have to up the offer because it's not as good as the others. So nothing too crazy, Zay, please. I gotta re-sign a bunch of players next season. See, that's not even enough to tie the other teams. That's unfortunate. This is way too much money I'm comfortable with, especially considering we got Michael Penix we gotta re-sign, Byron Murphy, Bijan Robinson next season. Can this please be enough? Alright, we're tied, and I don't know if it means anything. We're at the top of the list. At least it makes me feel comfortable. Now, I wish I could know whether or not he's actually gonna sign, because I wouldn't mind signing a Marvin Mims or a Christian Watson, but like I won't know until next week, and I don't want to offer these two because I don't want both of them. Ooh, Leonard Williams. I told you guys we needed a good defensive tackle, and he'd be great on a 1-year contract. If anything, they're having a bad year next season. Get something for him at the trade deadline. Ooh, maybe Elgton Jenkins here could be my starting center, and I could convert my center, who's a former guard, back to guard. So just a little 1-year offer, see what he wants. Okay, his offers kind of suck, so unfortunate for him, but at least for us, we're leading. And I think I'm going to throw out an offer for Riley Moss. Just kidding, he's asking for $10 million a season. I think I'm just going to... I don't know what to do, actually. Do I offer Mike Evans a 1-year contract? Because, I mean, even if we get both of the receivers that we've offered, he'd be a great number 3 as an 83 overall. Staying in division. Maybe he's mad at the Bucks for releasing him, so we'll offer him. Hopefully nobody's fighting for his signature, which they're not, so hopefully we can land him. So at the end of free agency, I think that's what we're going to rock with for now, unless we miss out on some of our targets. Zay Flowers, Leonard Williams, Elgton Jenkins, and Mike Evans. Only one guy really here that's a potential long-term option, but I would be very, very happy if we could land, let's just say 3 out of these 4. What sucks is it literally all comes down to Madden. Only one person decided, which was Zay Flowers, I suppose, which I really, really hope he signed, which, thank God, he did. Now, 5 years for $85 million is crazy, but I think it'll be worth it. Like, hopefully we can still land these 3 guys. Mike Evans, that'd be another great addition to the wide receiver room. I really do need Elgton, though. I need him kind of desperately. So, here we have it. God dang, somebody else. Who was that? Okay, Leonard Williams signs. That's great. I just don't know why these 2 are being undecisive. Oh, God. Now we have teams fighting us for Mike Evans' signature. Well, here we have it. The last evaluation of the offers in week 1 of free agency, and they still haven't accepted. Now I'm going to have to match stuff. Freaking Jets offer, which I just did, had to offer more money, which doesn't make me happy, but it's just a 1-year deal, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Still, Mike Evans being undecisive, don't like that. I don't like taking it into stage 2. Hey, good news! Elgton signed. I don't think Mike Evans did, though. We still had a bunch of salary cap sitting there. Yeah, Mike Evans went elsewhere. Who'd he sign with? Guess he didn't want to have to play Tampa Bay twice a year. He went to, well, just kidding, that's a lie. Well, is there anybody else I want to give that money to? Like maybe Chase Brown as a backup running back? Need to sign somebody on a 1-year contract. Maybe Christian Wilkins, and we don't have the money for it, unfortunately, unless he'll take a super cheap contract here. Okay, we're legitimately his only offer, so I would love for him to accept, which we're gonna force him to. Please, just go ahead. Can you accept, Christian? I just know he's being indecisive, or get the next week in free agency, and he's gonna already have an offer by, I don't know, freaking Cleveland Browns or something. No, we're still his only offer. You've got to accept eventually, which, thank God he did. So we needed defensive tackle depth, and we got 2 good ones just for the next year, but hey, better than nothing. Now, will Zay Flowers please actually show up on the team? Oh, thank God. I was scared to death. I was scared to death it was some glitch messing up this franchise and we were never going to have a number 3 receiver ever again. Let's convert our old boy back to left guard so we actually have a full complete offensive line. He actually went up to 81, which is nice. So, I mean, the team, I know a lot of guys have morale boost still, but man, we're up to an 89 overall. 91 offense, 88 overall defense. So you make a few good moves in the draft. Maybe you make a trade or two to fill a few holes in the preseason of next year, and we legitimately could be competing for the Super Bowl next year. Now, super excited about this draft since we actually have a first round pick, which we're getting to select number 16. I should have looked at the mock draft because that always helps me out quite a bit. Honestly, don't even know what position to take here. I'm more than likely just going to go best player available. And would anybody actually offer me something half decent to trade back a few spots? Let's see. Maybe like to 19 or 20. Like, I don't want nothing too crazy, just like your third round pick. Third round pick to move up 3 spots in the first round. Okay, that was easier than what I thought. Okay, the Bills want to trade up, but I want more than a 4th round pick. I'm telling you, when you're doing drafts and you click the trade away pick thing, it just no, don't do it. Always can get more when you cook manually. Like, how about we actually do something interesting here? Let's do a swap. I'll let you move up 4 spots in the first round if you let me move up like 20-something spots next round. They accept, like I told you guys. I think I'm actually going to keep trading down because there was a receiver that I really wanted. Looks like a really good center just went off the board. But there was a receiver that I really wanted, but he's like 4 down the board, so I think the other receivers are going to take him before him. So I think I'm going to trade down like one more time. I think the Chargers at 26 will be a really good spot. Now, would they be willing to give me their 3rd round pick to move up 3 spots in the first round? Dude, I told you it's too easy. Never, ever use the trade offer screen. It doesn't work in draft. Bad news. So I'm just going to do the dirty work, skip ahead to our pick, and hit that receiver so to get drafted. I don't want to take any chances, though. There's just so many receivers. It's Jonathan Reveron here from Tennessee that I'm eyeing. Probably fell because his combine stuff, not good at all. Doesn't look like the most athletic guy in the world, but he's a baller. A catching, A route running. The other route runnings are B. A stiff arm. So this guy, I think, is a monster. He's a scheme fit 2. Can step in behind Zay Flowers, and we might have, if he's good, one of the best receiver rooms in football. 5th in true value. Didn't expect that. Thought maybe top 10, but 5 I will definitely take. Comes in hidden dev 2. I think that confirms we got ourselves a stud. Dang it, I need a Sam linebacker, and there's like 3 on the board that I was looking at. They all got taken. God dang it. Oh, we got ourselves a generational defensive tackle here. Cam Kramer, projected to go 3rd, 4th round. We're taking him in the 2nd. 41 reps of the bench press. And you look at those bottom drills too. You combine the 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. He was 1st in all the D tackles at the combine in his pro days with that bench press. This man is also, as you saw, pretty fast too. I mean, top 5 40-yard dash, and his stuff looks great. This, I'm telling you, this is probably a top 15 player in the draft. Cam Kramer. What about 7? 2 players we have drafted so far that are top 7 in true value. This one with our 2nd pick in the draft. Hidden Dev 290. 3 strength, 6'6", 356, by the way. So all those guys we just signed a D tackle leave after the 1-year deal. We have somebody ready to step in, and hopefully at that point have been developed in like the 80s overall, because I'm assuming he's probably like a 76, 77. Oh, I totally forgot we have another 2nd round pick here. And there was another guy I was kind of eyeing. Another position we do need help at is middle linebacker. Not Damian Sullivan, Max Ward here. He's a scheme fit. He's, what, 6 foot 248, so a thick boy. Fastest Mike linebacker. Also, A awareness, A hip power, B play rec, B zone coverage, and B tackle. Like, this guy's good at everything. Like, honestly, this might be our 3rd straight player that's a top 10 rated. But let me down, Max. Okay. He's still a 1st round talent, not top 10 though. He does have hidden dev at 90 speed, dude. This draft, we are on fire. Totally forgot we have another 3rd round pick coming up here. Like, I don't even know what else we need to take. Kind of resorting to our strategy from last draft, looking for an undrafted free agent guard because he's just a freaking beast. Parker Anderson, one of the fastest in the draft. B awareness, A impact blocking, B pass block, C pass block finesse. There's just no reason we're not gonna take this guy. I mean, was he injury prone? I mean, I don't think he's a world beater or anything. Like, not a 1st round talent, but he's gonna be a 2nd round talent. Got him at 83. Not bad. Again, it's our 4th straight hidden dev player, dude. Let's go. Dude, we have another 3rd round pick. There's like not even anybody I want. I honestly might just trade this pick away and use it in a trade at the start of the next season to maybe fill a few needs. We got the Colts offering us next year 3rd and then a following year 5th. I guess, why not? Boys, call me crazy. I think this Nick Morales guy is about to be a monster. I don't even know if we need a kicker. I haven't even checked to see if our kicker's on the roster, but I think his A awareness, a kick accuracy, he is about to be a stud. Normally when they have those two, they're at least like a 75 rated. Honestly though, he's the last player I really want to draft, so I might trade this pick away, then wait until the 5th round, because he'll probably still be there. Take him then. Have the Panthers here offer me a 4th from next year, and then a 5th from the following year. So I'll take that, use those in a trade maybe next year. Go down to what I believe is our last pick in this draft. Get that kicker, who hopefully, might be one of those funny things where you take the kicker and it says he's the highest rated player in the entire class. Imagine that we officially call that. Nick Morales, come on, be a monster. Oh, I was wrong. 2nd in true value. I really didn't think he was going to be that good. Normal dev though. That kind of screws it. He's a thick kicker. Dude, that was probably one of the best drafts I've had in a long time. So, very excited to go check out what their overalls are. Hopefully, pretty high on up there. We got 3, I think, total top 10 rated players. So, we check out this draft recap. 78 rated wide receiver, 77 rated defensive tackle. That Mike linebacker wasn't half shabby. That left guard wasn't too bad. And that kicker comes in as an 80 overall, dude. That's crazy. So before we do anything way too crazy, before we start our second real season, I do need to do a few depth signings. I know we don't have a backup quarterback on the entire roster. Will Levis. That is so funny. Did we try to win Will Levis the Super Bowl? Let's do it. Lock it in. Let him be Michael Penix's backup. Now, I know for sure our running back depth is not good. Could bring Brashard Smith back, but why not bring in the higher rated Kenneth Gainwell? Again, he's not stealing any of Bijan's touches. We're not doing that here. Also need tackle depth, so we'll bring in Titus Howard. He's not going to start for us, but he'll be a good depth player. And speaking of right tackle, that is the one position I do want to try and upgrade here, because the rest of the offensive line is pretty good, although Jake Matthews starting to go down in overall because he's a little bit older. Like left guard, Shepard, he's going to get better and better. Lindstrom, one of the best guards in the National Football League. Everything else looks great. So let's see if we can actually ship on Caleb McGarry here and improve at right tackle, at least up to like an 85 rated. I have a ton of picks I'm willing to trade away. I have those 3rd round picks. I have a 4th. I got a ton of 5s from future years. Again, I'm not asking for way too much. Just maybe like an 85 rated right tackle. Abraham Lucas. I kind of feel like this is a really good fit, although we can't afford it. I'm about to move around some funds because I really do want Abraham Lucas. I feel like he's the best fit out there. I'm about to do some contract restructuring. After way too long, here we are to try again, and we just barely can afford it. We have 1.7 mil left over. Caleb McGarry, a 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick, 2 5s, and a 7 to upgrade by 4 overall to an actual scheme fit. He's a lot younger, so he'll go a little bit better. Submit it through. Trade was accepted. And I think this squad is officially ready to roll, boys. Offensive line looking great. Team up to an 89 rated, 93 offense, 85 defense. You know you got a good squad when your backup tight end is an X factor. On defense as well, we are loaded at defensive tackle now. Byron Murphy, Christian Wilkins, Leonard Williams, a lot of meat along that D-line. Even got a superstar waiting in the wings at defensive tackle number 4. Linebacker core looks great. Actually got that rookie starting for us at Mike linebacker. Didn't realize that. Everybody else still relatively young. Should get slowly but surely a little bit better as the year goes along. So I think this is the year this team's ready to lock in and actually compete for a Super Bowl. At least make the playoffs for the first time. Do a little bit different this season though, as we're going to go ahead and simulate to the midway point. See how we're doing there. See if we can re-sign a few players that have some extensions coming up. And if we're competing for Super Bowl, man, maybe go all out. Make another trade or two. Maybe upgrade a position in need. And legitimately at that point, go on a Super Bowl run. And not gonna lie, boys, maybe, just maybe, this is our year. 5-1. I actually need to go one more week to get to the trade deadline. Hopefully, we don't lose to the stinky Saints. We did lose to the stinky Saints. That's unfortunate. I wish I wouldn't have simulated again because now my vibes are low. 5-2 is still great. Before last week, I think we probably had the 1 seed, unfortunately. Maybe we can earn it back. Maybe that means we need to make another trade or two. Does suck that our 2 losses are both division games, but dude, we put up 52 points on the Commanders. We're definitely a squad. If we can play our best football, can compete for a title. We just can't drop games to the freaking 1-5 Saints. Offense looking decent, just outside the top 10. Defense, did we improve? Yes, we did, fellas. In the top 5. Oh my god, what a start from Michael. 21 touchdowns just 8 games into the season. 4 interceptions on the ground. Bijan, another great year, although kind of crazy. He doesn't have even 100 carries at the halfway point. Has fumbled twice too, which is unlike him. Look at this guy. Kevin Wagner got 1 carry in the season and fumbled once. Dude, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go and cut you right now. And through the air, Drake London, he's on pace for with 25 touchdowns at this point, 790 yards. Looks like Zay Flowers, maybe not producing to what he should be for how much we paid him, but okay numbers. Kyle Pitts, good too. Look at that rookie. 24 grabs, 155 yards, and a touchdown. And Bijan also put up some decent numbers through the air. How about defense? Who stepped up to have us now top 3 in the NFL? We have Byron Murphy, 4 sacks. Somebody going way too crazy. We might not even have somebody get double-digit sacks this year. Ooh, Penix is leading for the MVP right now, boys. So we'll have to keep our eye out on that. Maybe he wins MVP for the first time in his career. Now, before we try any crazy trades or anything, we need to try to go and lock down a few players because I know we have players like Bijan that we've got to bring back. Bijan, Drake London, who for whatever reason still doesn't want to come back. We got to give Bijan a huge contract here. He's actually not even asking for more than $15 million a season. Dude, he's a 99 overall. Dude, 5 years. I'm gonna give exactly what he's asking for. You don't have to worry about Bijan leaving us if we do make it to another season. Thank God. It's just Drake London, man, that's stressing me out here. Darnell Mooney, don't have to pay him now. We have that youngster. And really, maybe Elkton we could bring back, but I really only need to give our money here to Drake London. So if I have to overpay, I'll overpay. But at the same time, like, if I have to, I'll just franchise tag him again. I don't know where he thinks he's going. What does suck is his price keeps going up because he's a freaking 98 rated now. Maybe a 5-year deal, and the offer is tempting. So I suppose we get to next week and see if he accepts. Oh no! I just advanced past the trade deadline. Oh, that sucks. That's not good. The good news though, we just beat the Jags 33-0. So apparently we were a little offended by losing to the stinky Saints, but 33-0. I'm happy. I'm just really sad, upset. I just didn't think about it. We can't make any more trades now. It's freaking Drake London, man, getting in my gosh dang head. It's making me forget everything else in my life. Can you just accept, man? I've been trying for so long to lock you down. Up the money a little bit more, but dude, I'm gonna be paying you $35 to $40 million a season. Can you just like make up your freaking mind? Yeah, fellas, hopefully this team is good enough to compete on their own because there's no more players coming in to save them this season. I mean, there's nobody we could even upgrade on offense, to be honest with you. We're too good on offense. Maybe defense, maybe could have got a more experienced middle linebacker to play the rest of the season, let Ward learn behind him, maybe get a better will linebacker, but I mean, we're still solid, no weaknesses really. I mean, we're gosh dang 90 overall squad with a 93 offense, 88 defense. We should be competing for the Super Bowl. Hopefully finish the season strong, earn the 1 seed. Gotta get to next week and again try to lock down Drake London, who's being indecisive. We unfortunately got beat bad by the Cowboys. I'm telling you, dude, if you don't accept here, I'm just gonna franchise tag you again. You're pissing me off, actually. It's just stupid. I lied. We were gonna try to offer him one more time before the end of the regular season. Good news, we did beat the 49ers. Just a little bit more. That's all I'm doing. Hate it. I hate your guts, actually. It's just such a waste of time, man. Screw Drake London playing his mind games, being a diva, which all wide receiver ones end up being. Screw him. We don't need him. Actually, we really do because he's been putting up great numbers. But we're going to advance to the playoffs and hope to God we're on a 1 seed. At bare minimum, just make sure we don't choke again like we did year 1 miss the playoffs. Boys, we finished 13-4, which is great. Unfortunate, though, not good enough for a first-round bye. Went to the Cowboys because they had the tiebreaker. That's actually gross. But I can't be mad, dude. 13-4. Yeah, I know we didn't earn the first-round bye. But when it comes down to it, boys, I have a good feeling we're going to have a great chance to earn revenge on the Cowboys, hopefully in that conference championship. I mean, that was a phenomenal finish to the season, boys. Only lost 1 more game that was to the Packers by 8, but we finished the season winning 7 out of our last 8 games. Love that we decided to play our best football this season come playoff time, so hopefully we can ride the wave and legitimately make it to the Super Bowl this year. But our offense, what a second half of the season, finished 2nd in the NFL. Defense, we dipped a little bit, but still a lot better than last year. Michael Penix really might have won MVP. These are crazy numbers. 4,400 yards, 43 touchdowns, 8 picks. I'm telling you right now, Kevin Stefanski, over the moon that he no longer has Shedeur Sanders. Great numbers. We'll have to see if he won MVP. Bijan, this is why we gave him the big bucks. Although that's a down year kind of in his standards. 5.7 yard per carry is great. 1,300 yards is great, but only got in the end zone 6 times. Talk about not having a running back vulture his touchdowns. Is what Penix did this year. All the touchdowns went through the air. Bijan fumbled 4 times. It's so weird. He's a 99 overall. His carrying's probably way up there, so that's strange, actually. Now, through the air, Drake London, 1,653 yards. You're getting franchise tag, buddy. 14 touchdowns. Zay Flowers had a really good second half of the season. 11 touchdowns, 900 yards. That rookie, really good year too. Bijan had 8 receiving touchdowns, which is interesting. He might have won Offensive Player of the Year, to be honest with you. Kyle Pitts showing why we locked him down early on in his franchise. Almost had double-digit touchdowns. Defensively, okay, we actually had a few guys get to double-digit sacks. We had Jalen Walker and James Pierce both must have had a huge second half of the season. Even Byron Murphy almost hit 10 sacks. Now let's see it, boys. Did we have ourselves an MVP winner? Yes, we did. He wins MVP over Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, who hopefully we can play maybe in the Super Bowl because they beat us in the regular season, so we want to get revenge on them too. But man, congrats, Michael. How Kevin didn't win Coach of the Year, I don't know. I feel like he deserved it. Jesus, dude. We had 3 of the top 4 in Offensive Player of the Year voting. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jalen Carter. Didn't have. Oh, we had Jalen Walker again, top 3. Our young receiver came 7th in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting, and I did. Oh, we actually had the middle linebacker come in 2nd. And before we start our Super Bowl run, I do want to see how much everybody has upgraded this season. Penix up to an 85. Drake London now a 99, so he's going to cost even more. Looks like everybody in the offensive line is above 84 rated, which is great. The whole team's up to a 91 with a 95 offense and 88 defense. Now moving on to that defense. Let's see. It's really funny how James Pierce and Jalen Walker are like the same guy. Like they're progressing at the same rate. Both up to 89 rated. I have Xavier Watts up to an 86. Jesse Bates still at 95. Look at Ryans. I didn't even realize that. The young corner we got in the 2nd round of our first draft, he's up to an 80. He became a star as well, even though he began his career with normal. Jalen Watson, he's been the one good Kevin Stefanski signing, up to an 83 rated. So I'm telling you, dude, this team's good enough. Even that defensive tackle, dude, even if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, if we lose these 2 guys, Kramer's gonna step in and probably be an all freaking pro, dude. He's at 82 rated. That's crazy. But please, brother, after all the hype, after all of my yapping, can we just not get first round? And that's like my bare minimum ask here. Oh my god! Brother, it was a freaking beatdown. 52-14, more than doubled their total offensive output. Holy crap, Michael Penix, you dog! You won MVP, and he for sure is playing like it. 6 touchdowns in his first ever playoff game is crazy work. On the ground, ooh, Jahmyr Gibbs, we need to contain the run a little bit better next week. Bijan, good game too. Through the air, Drake London, he's going to command $1 billion contract. But look at Zay Flowers though. If for whatever reason we don't get to hang on to Drake London, Zay Flowers showing he can produce when we need him to. 10 grabs, 121, 2 tutties. Even the rookie putting up a good game. And look at Tony, our X Factor backup tight end. 1 grab, 25 yards and a touchdown. Now we got to get past the Washington Commanders. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like we already beat them like 1 million in the regular season. Am I tripping? No, dude, we also scored 52 points against them. So this should be a rather comfortable victory. We already put up 52 on them once. We just put up 52 last week. So can we put up 52 again? Because 52 should be well enough to advance to the conference championship. Oh, it was close. But what did I tell you guys? I knew we were going to have our chance at revenge here to take down the 1 seed Cowboys. Now I am a little bit worried, not gonna lie. Our offense has been running rampant in the playoffs and the second half of the season. But if you remember, the Cowboys held us to 7 points. We didn't even get 200 yards of offense while they got 400. Michael Penix didn't do much, but the problem was the running game, dude. I don't know why. Why did we only run the ball 6 times? Freaking their backup running back, Jaden Blue, had more carries than Bijan. So definitely need to get Bijan the ball more. Before we get into that game, got to see how we barely squeaked past the Commanders. They had a big 4th quarter. I mean, we outgained them. Just a close football game, playoff football. Oh, we did everything on the ground. Bijan, 94 yards, 2 tutties. Drake London needs to do better, man. If you're commanding $50 million a season, you got to put up better numbers than this when we're trying to win a freaking Super Bowl. But here we have it, man. We successfully earn our revenge on the Dallas Cowboys to advance into the Super Bowl. Are they going to send us home packing? And yours truly and Kevin Stefanski going to have to lock in for a 3rd or 4th season. I've lost count, dude. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, thank God we did it. Oh, I was so scared we were going to get beat again. Revenge feels so good, dude. We win to advance into the Super Bowl in our first time of making the playoffs. Doesn't get any easier, though, now as we have to take on the 13-4 Broncos. But, man, I'm just so happy. Our offense didn't do much, but our defense coming up big. We needed them the most. We outgained them, we outplayed them, and did just enough to get our revenge and advance into the Super Bowl. Still didn't give Bijan Robinson the ball as much as I would like to, but I don't care what the score was. I don't care if we had 1 yard, 2 yards, 1,000 yards. All that matters is we finished the fourth quarter with more points than our opponent, and we advanced to take on the 1 seed from the NFC, Denver Broncos, which I'm a little scared because they're actually the reigning Super Bowl champion. We just can't let Bo Nix win back-to-back Super Bowls. Doing some scouting, they're gonna have Pat Surtain probably lock down Drake London a bit, so it's gonna come down to Zay Flowers and Bijan more than likely. Their defense is nasty, man. I mean, if you're just counting overall, they do also have the advantage at quarterback, but we big time have the advantage at running back and receiver. So here we have it, Corn Squad, for all the marbles for Kevin Stefanski to prove that Arthur Blank made the best decision of his long, long life. Oh God, it's freaking raining? Raining in the Super Bowl is diabolical. And unfortunately, I do think the weather conditions do favor the Broncos and their defense. I think this is going to be an ugly, ugly game. And I think we're just going to go ahead, jump ahead. I hate doing it. It's so fast. It just like overstimulates my brain, especially when it stresses me out. But we're going to do it, man. Can we complete the rebuild right here, right now? And what's going to be an ugly, ugly game as the Broncos take a 10-0 lead. I don't like it. 17-0. Oh God. Man. Hold on. Hold the phone! Hold on! Hold on! Oh my God! We just completed a 24-point comeback in the second half alone. I think the Atlanta Falcons and Kevin Stefanski just completely reversed the 28-3 curse. Oh my God. That might be the most insane Super Bowl comeback I have ever seen in any rebuild I've ever completed. Now, if you're starving for another rebuild masterclass, you can click right here to watch me take over my Tennessee Titans.